Welcome everyone to the William & Mary Class of 2020 Biology Department Virtual Graduation Ceremony. My name is John Swaddle and I'm the chair of the department, and I'll be guiding us through this celebration this afternoon. So first thing, a huge congratulations to our graduates. You made it. Not only has the world thrown blizzards, real hurricanes, even a fake hurricane at you, you persevered and you rose above it all, and now you've made it through the greatest challenge imaginable. But thanks to the coronavirus, the world has also shown us that you are in fact graduating with the most important major in the world right now, biology, the study of life. You are the people who are going to craft the future of our new reality. Yes, it's been a challenging finish, but it's also been a glorious 4 years. So please, first, give yourselves a huge round of applause. Now, this event is not just a celebration for the graduating students. It's also a celebration for all of your family, friends, and supporters. Without people to lean on, none of us would be here, especially this semester. So please give a raucous round of applause for all of the parents, family, friends, and supporters who are watching this ceremony. Thank you to everyone who has supported our graduates. I also want to thank one other extremely important group of people who've helped all of the graduates get to this important point. Thank you to the extraordinarily dedicated faculty and staff of the biology department. And in particular, I'd like to recognize two faculty who've really gone above and beyond recently to make this particular event happen. Lillian Murphy, who is chairing what we're now calling our party planning committee and has organized much of this celebration that you're watching, and has included planning for the special gifts that are on their way to you. And also Shantae Hinton, who's standing by as we speak as our IT control room person. In case the video cuts out, she'll be ready to step in at a moment's notice. So thank you to them, but also thank you to all of the faculty and staff in the biology department for everything that you've done for our biology graduates. So this is how it's going to go down this afternoon. First, I'll read some of the comments that students submitted to me on their graduation survey. These are their own words, so please don't shoot the messenger. Second, we'll hear some words of wisdom from the biology faculty themselves. And then we'll announce our student graduation awards. Now, these are going to be surprises to those students, so I hope that comes as a nice surprise at the end of the semester. So we'll move into the main event after that, which of course is the virtual awarding of the diplomas, in which you'll see an image of each student that they've submitted to me, along with their name being read out by a faculty member that the student has nominated to do so. Immediately following the virtual diploma ceremony, we'll move into a series of live Zoom meetings hosted by the faculty, and you're welcome to visit any of those Zoom meetings. You can switch between them, you can visit as many as you want, but they won't be open until the end of this video and ceremony. Throughout, we strongly encourage all forms of celebrations and tomfoolery. Please applaud, hoot, holler, scream, do whatever you want to celebrate. Don't hold back. We want the noise to be seismic, and it'd be great if we could hear it all the way back here in Williamsburg. So, let's get this thing rolling, starting with a selection of the barely sanitized statements that our graduating students sent me. And these cover a range of reactions, recollections, and various words of wisdom and thanks. Okay, let's start this off. This first one is actually a recurring theme that was in many students' comments. A light bulb moment occurred when I finally embraced the sketches in Professor Heideman's classes. I feel like zoology with Heideman should have counted as an arts credit. One of the sweetest moments was probably in Biology 225, when Professor Allison read her goodbye poem and told us basically not to be a stranger. That was just so kind. Getting stuck in the mud in the middle of a salt marsh helped me to realize that I really wanted to study wetlands ecology. My favorite moment in the biology department took place in Dr. Crystal's ornithology class. We were out in the field looking for eastern meadowlarks with Dr. Crystal, and without saying a word, he sprinted away into the field yelling random noises in an attempt to scare up the birds from their hiding places. He must have run at least a quarter of a mile down the field and back. And he came back and he said, "You see any birds?" And we didn't. Professor Williamson's endless references to Princess Bride, Star Wars, Dungeons and Dragons, Zelda, etc. made virology so much fun. I never thought I'd get angry over writing a paper about the scientific inaccuracy of evolution in Pokemon. Evolution of organisms sure changed that. One of my favorite moments was Professor Lamar geeking out over different packs for R Markdown, Wes Anderson color packs, Star Trek datasets, and him being very cool with a hedgehog being brought to class. One student said, "I want to go to Siberia to see Denisova Cave and Lake Baikal, and then also visit Pacific islands like Vanuatu, thanks to Professor Murphy's Human Race and Evolution class. That class was amazing. There were lots of light bulb moments in that class for me." Another recalled from several years ago, "I remember being so distraught my first semester, freshman year, taking intro bio with Dr. Liu. I thought I wasn't as smart as I thought I was in high school. And I met with him to talk about how I could study more effectively. And he told me that he got a B his first semester starting biology. And he told me not to worry about it and to keep on working. I'll always remember that because it was the moment of realization that the professors were on the students' sides and they'd all been through it too." Another remarked, saying, "I think it's fair to say that the William and Mary Biology Department transformed all of us from confused horses into a bunch of gangster turkeys like nobody's business. If you know, you know." But on a more serious note, my biology professors had been the most supportive teachers and the best role models I've ever had. I'm enormously grateful to each of them for preparing me and inspiring me to spend the rest of my life studying this incredible field. I can't wait to grow up and be just like Dr. Forsyth. Another student said, "Despite being heavily biased myself, biology is by far the best department on campus. I can't help but brag about all of our wonderful professors and dedicated students who've become my family over the past 4 years. This department will always have a place in my heart, and I hope it continues to be a home to students long after we're gone." And finally, to finish off from student quotes, some words of wisdom from one of your fellow students. To quote Marie Curie, "Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more so that we may fear less." And now, the faculty of the biology department would like to share some words with you. Dear biologists.
It's been quite a year, but as you graduate, we urge you to remember all 4 of the years you spent with us.
For starters, during those years, there were a bunch of firsts.
Like the inauguration of the first woman president and provost in William and Mary's history.
You were the first class in ISC 3, our first science building with a coffee shop, walls you can write on, and ponds teeming with life.
In regional sports action, the Caps brought home Lord Stanley's Cup, and the Nats chomped their way to a World Series victory. And you all know who's finally won the big dance.
Next, don't forget all the celebrations you were part of, like Earth Days in the Sunken Garden.
50 years of African-American students on campus.
100 years of women at William and Mary. In the past 4 years, your class has accomplished a lot.
You've published dozens of peer-reviewed papers, presented at scores of conferences, and received hundreds of grants and internships.
And we can't forget our iGEM team, who continues to bring international recognition to the school with their consistently impressive showing at the annual competition.
You've also given of yourselves by hosting scout troops, middle schoolers, and high schoolers for science events on campus.
You've volunteered at hospitals, clinics, and animal shelters, and even spent your vacations on service trips.
Finally, in these past 4 years, you have survived a lot, like our toughest courses.
Many of which were inexplicably held in the sinking mothership Morton Hull, which to get to, we had to walk in a single file through puddles of mud.
You survived late night studying in the ISC with nothing but vending machines and the Wawa to provide you with sustenance.
You have survived the end of Game of Thrones, finally seen the rise of a Lady Skywalker, and been welcomed to Wakanda.
And of course, you survived the last half of this semester, which was the Wild West of remote learning.
Because of that, you have seen our pets, our spouses, our kids running past in the background, and you've seen what happens to us without regular haircuts.
You've seen our backyards, living rooms, and kitchens.
And maybe even some of our new dance moves, thanks to TikTok.
It's been an honor to guide you through the process of learning the amazing intricacies of biology.
From how species evolve and interact to how organisms and cells achieve the delicate balance necessary for life.
You've made us proud and we'll miss you. You'll always be part of our tribe.
We look forward to seeing you again in person this fall for the real graduation ceremony.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Maybe we can all unmute for a round of applause.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I also wanted to say congratulations to the 15 students who completed honors in biology this year. Congratulations to all of them. I'm going to continue with the graduation ceremony with some student awards. And in particular, we have 4 awards that we give out at graduation in the biology department. Now, these are a surprise to the students. And so I hope that this raises a little smile for those students in particular as they hear their names read out. But before I do the awards, I also want to acknowledge one other student, one other strongly biology associated student, Grace Salini, who's a CAMS major and worked in very close collaboration with her biology mentor, Professor Margaret Saha. And earlier this year, Grace was awarded the Thomas Jefferson Prize in Natural Philosophy. So congratulations again, Grace. But now to our biology graduation awards. We have 4 of them. And first is the Biology Department Student Leadership Prize, which is given to a graduating biology major who has made unique and valued contributions to the biology department and university community in areas of academics, research, student mentoring, service, and community outreach. And this award is given to acknowledge this student's continued efforts to contribute in multiple ways to our department and to the university. And this year's Student Leadership Prize goes to Jerry O'Dwyer. And here to say something about Jerry is his mentor, Liz Allison.
So Jerry has really made tremendous contributions to the William and Mary community in all areas, from academics to research to mentoring and outreach. And I'll just talk about a few highlights. His honors thesis on probing the localization patterns and selectivity filter of thyroid hormone receptor mutants really moved my lab into new innovative directions. An extraordinary teacher as well. Jerry has mentored new research students in my lab and then held countless intro bio review sessions, all with patience and skill. He was also highly instrumental in founding the first ever student chapter of the American Society for Biochemistry and Molecular Biology at William and Mary. But I think really importantly, he's noted for his kindness and humanity, showing true appreciation for all the staff in the Integrated Science Center and really fostering a friendly, caring, and inclusive community. In the fall, Jerry will start a PhD program at Dartmouth. Congratulations, Jerry.
Thank you, Liz, and congratulations, Jerry. Now, this year we have two kind of new awards. There are Distinguished Senior Undergraduate Awards. There's one in an area of organismal biology, and there's one in an area of cell molecular biology. And these replace what has previously been the Alumni Association Awards. And these awards recognize graduating seniors who've excelled academically, whether it be in the classroom or in research, and in many cases in both, as is the case in the awards that we are giving this year. So first, we have this year's Distinguished Senior Undergraduate Award in Organismal Biology, and this goes to Danny Barnes. And here to say a few words about Danny is her mentor, Professor John Allen.
Congratulations, Danny. For the past 4 years, you've brought boundless energy and enthusiasm to my lab, not to mention grant money and piles of data. As you go off to Florida State for graduate school, I'm really, really proud to be able to say that you are a member of our department and my lab. You've contributed to the campus through the Marine Science Society and a leadership role there. And you've contributed by mentoring the younger students in my lab. And you came to me in your first semester, even before you matriculated officially at William and Mary, emailing me to get into the lab. And it was the best decision that you could have made from my perspective. And I'm so proud of you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Danny. Thank you, John. The next award is our Distinguished Senior Undergraduate Award in Cellular and Molecular Biology. And this year, the award goes to Carolina Lopez Silva. And to say a few words about Carolina is her research mentor, Professor Liz Allison.
So Carolina is a really brilliant, talented scholar with a near perfect GPA, excelling in everything from molecular and cellular biology to conservation biology. And she completed an honors thesis characterizing thyroid hormone receptor mutants that are associated with metabolic disorders and cancer. And she was also a TA for Intro Bio, and I think really helped many freshmen to actually survive their first year here at William and Mary. She's been just a tremendously inspirational role model for many students across campus as well as in biology. And she is going to be going off to medical school at Johns Hopkins in the fall. And we really look forward, Carolina, to seeing what you do and how you change the world when you leave, because we know you will. So congratulations.
Many congratulations, Carolina. And then finally, the Charlotte Preston Mangum Prize. Now, the Mangum Prize is given annually to the graduating biology honors student who most exemplifies excellence in undergraduate research. It's our most cherished and most competitive departmental award. And this prize is named in the honor of Charlotte Preston Mangum, a professor emeritus of biology who taught at William & Mary for more than 30 years. And in that time, out of her many research accomplishments, it's her training of dozens of undergraduate students who went on to do amazing and outstanding things. And it's actually them, our alumni, the research students that she mentored, that have made this prize possible and are giving towards this award. And we've continuously given this prize since 1998. And each year, the name of the winner is engraved on a prize statue of a blue crab, which was Charlotte's favored research organism, that lives in the lobby in a glass case by the coffee shop in the Integrated Science Center. You might have seen it and wondered what it is and why that crab is waving at you, and now you know. So look carefully at the names. It has many illustrious names, and there will be a new name starting in the fall engraved upon it. So the Undergraduate Studies Committee of the Biology Department selects the winner of the Mangum Prize based on that person's outstanding academic record, letters of support from their advisor and other people, and also their performance during the course of their honors thesis defense. This year's Charlotte Preston Mangum Research Prize goes to Emily Zhu. And here to say a few words about Emily is her mentor, Professor Diane Shakes.
Well, first of all, congratulations, Emily. And I will tell the rest of you that Emily took on a very challenging project. This was one that I don't think I would have given to any of my other research students. Her challenge was to study the patterns of X chromosome segregation in the incredibly tiny cells of an incredibly tiny worm that breaks the laws of genetics. It's a project that required incredible technical skills, incredible tenacity, and the willingness to puzzle through lots of complex data. It's really a brilliant piece of work that would have delighted Dr. Mangum, who just loved those kinds of puzzles. Emily's not only a fantastic researcher, she is a philosophy minor, she is a wonderful person, and all of us who are on the more senior side of biology are very thrilled that she's actually going to go into medicine and specialize in geriatrics. So we're all thrilled about that as well. She will be attending Mount Sinai Medical School in the fall. And I just want to congratulate you again, Emily. It's so fantastic, and wishing you all the best. Congratulations.
Many congratulations, Emily. That's wonderful, and congratulations to everybody, all the award winners there. Now, on to the main event. And what you're about to see in a video is all the students who are graduating with a major or a minor in biology, as well as some other students who are strongly associated with biology from interdisciplinary programs such as neuroscience, CAMS, and environmental science and policy, to name a few. And those students elected to graduate with us in the biology department. And these are a hugely impressive bunch of students. So the students submitted a photo to represent themselves and indicated the name that they wanted us to use during this video too as well. And as you will see, students have expressed their personalities through these photos, and the student's name will be read aloud by a faculty member that they selected to do so. Because of the somewhat complexities of putting together almost 200 photos with remotely recorded audio tracks and us faculty not being particularly technologically savvy, what we've done is that we've organized the video by faculty member alphabetically. So starting with John Allen and finishing with Patty Zwolo. And within that grouping, the students' names are ordered alphabetically. So John will read out a number of students alphabetically and so on, and the next person and so on. So every student has received an email from me with the running order, so you know when your student, or the person that you're going to cheer loudest for, is coming up. So please refer to that running order so you can keep an eye for when your graduate is coming up. But we also hope that perhaps this approach will keep everyone on their toes and make everyone pay attention to every photo and every name that comes up as well. So please listen out, cheer loudly, and on with the ceremony and the virtual awarding of the degrees.
Danny Barnes. Claire Boyer. Cyrus Gard. Susanna Claire Lohman. Courtney Lorey. Julie Vu.
Sneha Das, Jonathan Lawton, Carolina Lopez, Stephanie Lopez, Jerry O'Dwyer, Ryan Riddle,
Meredith Anderson, Nicole Audia, Kendall Branham, Evan Bronneman, Chinmay Dasari, Catherine Alexandra Johnson, Alyssa Luzrica,
Casey McLaughlin, Kathleen Quigley, Jonathan Smalley's, Cameron Stobbs, Cameron Terhorst,
Andrew Chow, Ella Caston, Kendall Kin, Margaret Lashley, Jordan Martin, Lillian Murphy, Sam Terry,
Abigail Belvin, Bob Galvin, Ansley Levine, Justin Gregory Mitchell, Elise Turrieta, Catherine Wilhelm,
Emma Harold, Anna Cashmanian, Heather Violet Kenny, Shruti Kodali, Austin Lyons, Jeffrey O'Brien,
Pavan Bandalapati,
Stephanie Zielinski.
Jessica Ayala Bonilla. Monica Bonilla. Katie Burgess. Jessica Fleury. Abigail Elizabeth Jackson. Briana Jimenez. Ellie King. Charles Neff. Haborn Osmond. Gil Ethan Osofsky. Suhita Roy. Jesse Stanley Kwamina Simpson. Margaret Williams. Benjamin Luke Whitman. Anna Caroline Zistros. Megan Yingling.
Leanne Abubader. Justin Bias. Heather Byram. Ethan Villavicencio.
Jessica Burns. Graydon Campbell. William Fatches Chadwick. Caroline Dement. Rachel Hannah Dobbins. Jennifer Dunn. Jenny Fiedler. Sarah Hauge. Nicholas John Lignori. Eric Logan Lyons. Sarah McGowan. Gabrielle Mirro. Alexandra Osipenko. Abigail Schooling. Rodrigo Soto. Maui Tian. Alexander Washington. Melissa Jean Webb. Amanda Stone Yanette.
Katherine Bowles. Nushan with an O, not an A, Fatimi. Spencer Liebow. Evan Richard Leibowitz. Kirstin Reed. Madison Renner. Rumsha Saad. Daniel Sanchez. Divinity Summers. Alana Van Valkenburg. Finally, I got it right. Jaquan Williams. Ashley Michelle Zhang.
Miranda Brown. Blake Findley. Woodard Hooper. Michael Kastanovsky. Musang Liu. Jasmine Setayeshpur.
Meg Anderson. Carolyn Helmholtz. Rahul Patel. Jordan Paratsakis. Alan Robinson.
Chitra Koki Ralu. Samuel Mason. Joseph William Moriarty. Catherine Gallagher Murphy. Haley Pragnell. Emma Porrington. Shra Anshu Singh. Olivia Spencer. Trent Stafford. Ian Wolf.
Lauren Elizabeth Crescent. William Dolan. Leah Jones.
Anna Barudi, Matthew Dungan, Meadow Parrish, Savannah Porter, Juliana Salcedo, Billy Storm,
Hannah Call, Evelyn Nims, Justin Reed, Caroline Schludius, Claire Solomon,
Stephanie Ahrens, Laurel Dietert, Lolam Shirley Kwok, Leanne Lowe, Grace Solini,
Nydeja Monet Barnett, Ekaterina Mashanova, Jade Mellor, Liza Moore, Angela Pack, Chinwoke Ugochukwu, Ian Walensek,
Abigail Aita, Claire Bobowski, Destiny Cates, Luke Hagan, Val Maleshkovitz, Tanner Keeley Nelson, Noelle Elise Varney, Emily Shue,
Janelle Alino, Alexander Bowman, Evan Collins, Waverly Gestrich Thompson, Nick Rosen,
Riley Aitken, Tim Boycott, Matthew John Churush. Rachel Lee Davis. Palmer Foran. Grace Gilbert. Cooper Leslie. Annalise Lauer. Maura McDermott. Liam Patrick McLaughlin. Julia Mesowich. Brendan Pace. Charlie Veek.
Mary Beatrice Halloran. Hannah Hernser. Matthew Zachary. Yushe Zhang.
Zach Cuba. Nakul Dar. Gavin Manuel Haig. Emma Kesey. Quinn Lou. Vivian Vu.
Ivy Johnson. Evan Lawrence. Sean Muth. Fatima Cuedos.
This brings our biology virtual diploma ceremony to a close. Now, please refer to the list of Zoom calls that I emailed to all the students and join our faculty on those calls and meetings. Feel free to join as many of the Zoom meetings as you want, switch between them. Just say hello and chat. We'd love to talk to you. And congratulations again. And I hope that you'll all stay in touch with the department. We've missed you a lot this semester and we'll miss you next year as you move on to wonderful things. Congratulations.